Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about Tasha K's commentary on Martell Holt's recent charges. As well as her pointing out that, at least it appeared to her that he and Coleslaw are a couple, but we actually see him say on the reunion that he is a single man. So I definitely want to focus on that as well. Now, before we get into her soundbite, I do want to say that the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on this soundbite is allowed for criticism. Everything that I'm saying here today is my opinion and alleged, of course. And please hit the like button on this video or even the dislike button. They work the same, meaning that you will be pushing this video through YouTube's algorithm, and YouTube will recommend this video to more people who like to converse about the variety of topics surrounding love and marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show, Style, and Spirit. I would love to have you. All right, so I'm going to play this soundbite of Tasha K talking about Martell's charges. I know that you are familiar with it. Wonderful content creators have talked about it. I find it interesting. What I want my angle to be is Tasha K focusing on Coleslaw and Martell being this unit. She was almost trying to give them like a power couple push, almost trying to put some fire up under them. So I thought that that was very humorous. So I'm going to play this soundbite and then come back with my commentary.
I did see the mugshot go across social media, and something told me to hold on it for a second because I was just like, Martell Holt, domestic violence? Doesn't quite add up, in my opinion, right? And so I decided to reach out to him this morning, and it was right after he got out of court. And he was released and stuff. He went to enter a not guilty plea, of course. And I was able to speak to a few members of his team because he has been forbidden to talk about anything regarding this case at all, or he could be held, I guess, in some sort of contempt or something. I don't know, locked up. There's some sort of gag order on him. And I'm like, why is there a gag order? Or I guess you can't say her name, stemming from the actual alleged charges on him, the allegations, because the allegations are harassing text messages, and they were from last year, like a year ago. And so he was just like, it was, his team was like, it was from last year, and it was just a text message, and that was it. And so apparently she's held it and then decided to turn it in, Melody. And a warrant was issued, and he had to turn himself in, and so he's been forbidden to talk about it at all. And so I find this rather strange, but I understand, because I'm like, Martell, like, when you piss a woman off and you embarrass her for as many years as you did. And he was with Arion this morning when I called him. She said she was going to stick beside him. She told me to tell the winos that's her man, and she's sticking beside him. That's what Arion told me to tell y'all this morning, okay? That's her man. And I'm inclined to believe her. It's always been her man. I believe that 100%. And Melody knew, and that's why she went over to Arion's house to talk to her about her man. Because ain't no way I'm gonna go to a side bitch house and talk to her about my husband. It's just, I don't know. It's just something is just not adding up here. I don't know. However, Melody is quite pissed, and she's definitely pissed at me. She's upset that I even gave Arion a platform to tell her story. But I'm like, that's what my platform is for. A lot of people don't like it because I give a platform to people who necessarily are not popular enough to be heard. Everybody deserves to tell their story. And if they tell the truth, great. And if they lie, they're going to get dragged. That's just what it is. You want to put yourself out there, you put yourself out there. This is not a biased platform here at all. And I've tried to remain that in a neutral space. And it puts me in a compromising position when I have to do work because people assume that I'm taking people's sides. And I'm like, my business. We ain't never hung out before. We ain't friends. I don't be telling you about how tall Lamine is now or what's y'all to it. I don't tell y'all this. I don't understand why y'all feel that there's any type of loyalty here at all. And I got a business to run. You know who you're talking to when you on the phone, right? Winos? Don't they know? You know, if I say off the record, it's off the record. Period. Period. But if I don't say off the record, and I tell you that it's recorded, it's recorded. Period. I don't have nothing to hide. Everything is on the table. That's it. Okay? Now, anybody paying my bills? Shit. Now, and Melody felt that way. She felt bad. She felt like she somehow, like, I don't know. I guess people, when they talk to me, they love me. I get it. But I got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been dragging a girl for years. You expect her to not come and clap back? Even though she was clapping your husband? No. And I get it. She's like, well, you're a wife too. Well, if I'm a wife, I'm not going to be talking about my husband's side chick on a show. She gets no clout, no life, no nothing. That's just me personally. And so, but Ariane said that's her man, and she's definitely sticking beside him. And this stems from a text message that she sent in. Martell has basically said he's innocent. He hasn't done anything, and according to his team, the text message is really not even like that. Okay, and so, and it was old, and this, of course, is going to be filmed, and it's just more publicity. And I just asked him, I said, how long you gonna remain the bad guy in the public? Y'all ain't together no more. How long you gonna allow her to make you the bad guy? Because, I mean, with allegations like this, in the victim's time, because this is a victim's era now, with allegations like this, you could potentially be not casted for next season. You see what I'm saying? Like, so you better have your shit together. That's what I told him. Better have your shit together, because this may be the end of what we see when it comes to Martell Holt if you do not beat these charges. Mm-hmm. Nobody's taking any type of chances with anybody that has anything linked to anything that even alludes to abuse on women. And so it's just, to me, it's not part of his character. I just think she's upset, and she has a right to be upset, and she's scorned. I get it, but and he's still with Ariane, and so yeah, I would be petty too. Ariane took him from her all them years, and so now she's gonna take him from Ariane in the world. So it's tit for tat. That karma, you don't have a date on how that karma is returned. And so, Martell just gonna have to eat this one. So y'all want to pray for him? Pray for him. If you don't, send him to hell. Okay? Here's his mugshot, though. Where is it? Yeah, there you go. I'm surprised it hasn't gone viral, because y'all say he's so fine. I think Martell's a okay guy, but I don't think he's fine. Y'all sway fine with them tight ass suits on. Yeah, all you see is ears and a shiny ass forehead. Okay, and I know he got to wear baby powder between his legs, because he do leg day. Tell he got thick thighs, and he takes his leg day serious. And I know them thighs is a rubbing. They are. Okay, so electric, goddamn. So y'all pray for him. If not, send him to hell. Moving on.
Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna break it all down, because Tasha got a lot twisted up. She got a lot twisted up in her commentary. I do want to start off by saying that her stance on supporting Martell, and she doesn't think that all of this is in his character, that would imply that you know him personally, you've spent a lot of space and time with him, for you to say you don't think it's in his character. Her stance on that does not surprise me, because she oftentimes will side with men, in my opinion. Whenever you hear of a situation where a woman is saying that she's been violated or disrespected on some level, when she would give commentary on the case surrounding Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, she would always lean in favor towards Tory Lanez. And there are other instances as well. So her stance on going up for Martell is definitely not a surprise for me. What I can tell is, when she read the charges, she simply read on the surface level the words of domestic violence and then the harmless communications. In my opinion, I don't think that she asked Google, what does this mean? And typed in the word Alabama to localize it. I know that's what I did because I wanted to get a full understanding. And that was how I realized, I said, oh my gosh, it's about Melody. It's the Revenge P after I read about it. You can tell that Tasha K did not do that. And she just focused on domestic violence. And she said she found it to be strange. And then she let it all know that the charges came from Melody and not Ariane. She said, yeah, and she involved the police or whatever she said. I'm paraphrasing. And she said, Melody. So she was letting you know who like the plaintiff was, if you will, or the accuser. So I'm like, yeah, she didn't realize that it's for Revenge P and that domestic violence, that's a term, but it doesn't mean it in the literal physical sense. So she got that really twisted up. And she was saying that, she spoke with Martell and the text messages were old and almost taken out of context. Obviously we know that his defense is going to be to make light of the text messages because his PR person called it all a misunderstanding. I think that was a huge boo-boo on that. And I made a video about that as well. And Tasha K is trying to piggyback off of that as well and make light of it. And, she called Melody scorn and said, she has a right to be angry. And, and he's still with Coleslaw or still with Ariane. But, he said on that reunion stage that he is single. Once again, he is diminishing any sort of quote unquote relationship that he may have with Ariane. So clearly he tells Ariane one thing, and then once it's time to film, once anything could be documented amongst the public, it is something else. So I just wanted to definitely give my commentary on this because, people like Tasha K, she does have lots of viewers and subscribers, high viewership. Her videos, they consistently get views in the 100,000 views or more, so that is a heavy influence to really put out things a little off, and in my opinion. But she's entitled to her opinion. I just don't like this whole push that like Martell and Ariane are this couple, and she's making it seem like the text messages are very, very light. I have a feeling she just doesn't realize that it relates to Revenge P, allegedly. I would hope that if she was aware of that she would take a different stance. I don't know though, but the Revenge P, to me, that's just a done deal, hands down. And he is so lucky that we're not still in the Me Too movement. If this was during when Me Too was popping, this show came out, I want to say it was January of 2019. Had this show come out like just 2 years or just a year and a half sooner, when everything was popping, it would probably be a done deal. Or even like a few years before 2019, to get time to the season where, Melody talked about the Revenge P on her IG stories. Then it would be like a done deal, okay? But you all let me know in the comments, what do you think about, see, it pays to like kind of research. And the thing is, technology makes research so easy. I'm old enough to remember, like, because I am a nerd too. I do like going to the library, but I can remember when everything was like on these cards. There was a card catalog, and you would like open up the little drawer. It was alphabetized. You would look up a topic or the author or the name of the book, and then go from there. See, now you can just ask Google. So there was nothing wrong. It only took like a minute for me to ask Google, what is domestic violence in the third degree? And then I wrote Alabama so that it could localize to their state laws. Then she would have pieced together that it was about the Revenge P. And then she also said that Melody spoke about Ariane all these years. That's not true. Funky Dineva revealed who Ariane was. And then Tasha and Funky Dineva and Monica from All About the Tea, they did a collab on it. Melody has not specified that girl, never on camera. When she goes live, she's talking about her businesses, she's talking about things of spirituality. Like, there's never this focus on Ariane. So that was being way off as well. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate the support so much. Please hit the like button on this video. That is a free way of supporting the channel. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have an awesome week. We're going to have a magnificent Monday. It will not be a manic Monday. And I will talk with you soon. Bye.